What's up, everybody? Jefe Picks here for the Odds Trader. Guys, NFL season's upon us, and I'm going to take a look today on this video for the Odds Trader. One team, give you some futures, give you some over-unders on them, and some players on the team. That team is Las Vegas Raiders. Let's go over what the Raiders did in the offseason here. First of all, they brought in Geno Smith as the quarterback. He's going to be the quarterback this year, and for a few years, signed a nice little contract with them. They drafted Ashton Jeanty with their first-round pick, the star running back out of Boise State. They got Brock Bowers coming in for his second year after a star-studded rookie season at tight end, setting some records. And they also signed Max Crosby, their cornerstone defensive end, to an extension. He's going to be there long-term. So their over-unders at 6.5 wins, and I'm going to take the over here, minus 145 odds. Raiders are in a tough division. Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, all are solid teams, but I still think they can get to 7 wins. I don't think they can make the playoffs. The Raiders are giving 7-8 wins maximum, possibly, I could see 8-9 record, I could see 7-10 record very easily, and that's why I'm going to take the over, but I do not think they're going to make the playoffs. Now, let's move on to some players. I got 1, 2, 3 player props. Let's start with the quarterback, Geno Smith. I'm going to take his under on passing touchdowns. Under 20.5 at minus 120 odds. I do think Geno will have a solid year. I just don't think a lot of passing touchdowns, and that corresponds with exactly what I'm going to get into next. Ashton Jeanty over 7.5 rushing touchdowns at minus 125 odds. I think it's going to be a balanced attack for the Raiders. I can see them passing the ball throughout the field, but then not getting passing touchdowns, relying on the running game, which is not just Jeanty, by the way. They also brought in Morstead from who's on the Dolphins last year. So I like what they got going on. Speaking of passing, Brock Bowers, over 1,000.5 passing yards. I'm taking the over. Minus 120. I think this guy's only going to get better, and he's going to be the security blanket for Geno. He might actually be the receiving leader, Brock Bowers, for both tight ends and wide receivers, because I'm not that impressed with the Raiders wide receiver room, with Jacoby Myers obviously coming back, and a few rookies that they drafted like Jack Beck. So those are my plays. So to go over it, I'm going to take the over of 6.5 wins for the Raiders at minus 145 odds. I'm going to take under 20.5 passing touchdowns for Geno Smith at minus 120 odds. I'm going to take over 7.5 rushing touchdowns for Ashton Jeanty at minus 125 odds. And I'm going to take Brock Bowers over 1,000.5 receiving yards at minus 120 odds. Those are all my futures for the Las Vegas Raiders for the 2026 season. I'm Jefe Picks for the Odds Trader. Let's cash, everybody.